And it's going to be 45 minutes to 1 hour class. So we will make it short and sweet. Right? Okay. You are given some photocopy materials. I'm sure everyone is healthy and happy. Do you agree? Yes. Yeah. I know some of your mothers doing some activities in order to keep happy. I do not know about you. All right. I want you to share with me. Just say one sentence. What do you do in order to keep yourself fit? Shall we start from you?
I practice yoga.
Super. How about you?
I love to jog.
You love to jog.
I will sweep the house.
Wow. You dance. All right. Okay. And
My practice my ball.
all right. Okay. I heard what you said very clearly. And we got a lot of different types of activities to keep ourselves really fit. Now I want you to tell me just 5 to 10 vocabulary. What comes to your mind? What are the words that comes to your mind when you think about keeping yourself fit?
Diet.
Diet, all right. Health. Sorry, health. Now, all right.
Exercise.
Exercise.
Running.
Consistency. Consistency. Yes.
Discipline.
Yeah. Okay. Mindset. Mindset.
The gym.
Uh-huh. Gym. All right. Fantastic. So, I know these are the words came from your heart.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And now, look at the paper. You can see some beautiful pictures in the first page, right? Yeah. And tell me, which one is your favorite?
F.
F. Could you please tell me what is that?
Just the cycling.
It is cycling. How about you, Julia? Okay. All right.
F also.
F also. And you, Abby?
D.
That is
Looks like walking.
okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. I know all of you prefer to do household chores nowadays. The reason because you don't want to go outside. Simply that is the reason. I want to be in air condition, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, the next activity for you is I want you to categorize all these activities number 1 to 6 based on the amount of energy that is being burnt in each activity. The highest is number 1 and the lowest is number 6. I give you 30 seconds for you. Okay, I'm not going to ask you, each and every one of you, which one is your answer. But I'm going to tell you. After that, I want you to let me know which one surprised you. Okay? Number 6. Number 1. Have you worked in the garden? That is number 1. Which burns least amount of
Interesting.
There is 2. See,
Yeah.
2. Climbing up the stairs.
Ooh.
3.
That I got right.
Light gardening.
Oh, that's the.
Vacuuming, hoovering, that kind of stuff. 5. Unbelievable cycling.
Oh, wow.
6. Swimming.
Okay, done.
So now based on that, you will understand which one you need to do more. Now you tell me which surprises you.
Oh, I think.
All. Yeah.
Yeah.
And why?
Because
Right. Please share with me. Why it surprises you?
I mean, like I've done walking,
Okay.
and after when I reach home, I feel tired,
All right.
and I'll be like
Exhausted.
exhausted.
So
I can't believe that there is the low things like it gives the low ambition.
yes. And how about you?
I never expect gardening to be
Yeah.
somewhat very tired, like
Uh-huh.
more energetic.
Uh,
Because I see my uncle doing gardening, he looks very relaxed and
Okay,
chill. But
okay.
after cycling, you're like,
Yeah.
like you don't see gardeners standing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, which one surprised you?
I said, no, I started cycling.
Yes, the lowest and so you're going the lowest calories and compared to the activities. Yes. And so, oh, it is true. It's true. Okay. Whatever you did is the part one speaking. So IELTS exam has got 4 parts, as every one of you know that, right? The first one is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. This is the part one speaking. So what can we expect in part one? We can expect the examiner ask you to get familiarized with you and also keep you to calm. So the examiner will ask you some general questions to share your opinion. So how did you feel now when I give you different opinions and all? Fun. Yeah, it's fun and it is exciting and you are really good at that. So that is the purpose. All right. So you have to share your thought. Now have a look at the second question. The second, no, this one. Personal interest. So imagine that I'm your examiner. So now you're going to share just 1 minute of your thoughts. What's your personal interest? Now I want you to forget about your fitness and health. Just what do you do during your free time? What's your personal interest? So when you share, I want you to talk about and think about what is that? When do you do that? The most important, how do you feel? Answer these 3 questions.
What are the questions?
Okay. What is it? Yes. You are going to talk about your personal interest. That means, what do you do when you are free? First, think about one of the activity that you love to do during your free time. And the second one, when you do that. The third one, how do you feel when you do that? I'll give you 30 seconds for you. Ready? Yeah.
Okay. So my personal interest is reading, which is pretty common, but I have issues with that. So I love to read the books written by the author Rick Riordan, which mostly is adventurous, fictional, and mythological. And my favorite series of his writings is the King Chronicles. I usually do this when I'm free, like when I'm traveling, whenever I get the free time. And it makes me feel like my cravings are satisfied. Like, you know, when you eat ice cream, when you're craving for it, I get that when I'm reading. I know it's weird, but it's me. So, yeah, that's it.
Jeshri?
Okay, so my personal interest is watching movies.
Right.
There are varieties of genres to watch movies, and my favorite genre would be romantic and comedy because there will be less fights, less actions, so you can watch the movie without any tension. And I do this whenever I have free time, obviously, but whenever like I want to eat or I want to get the time going, so I'll do that. And basically, I feel very relaxed, calm whenever I watch a movie because sometimes I even get into the movie, be more addicted, or get into the character and imagine myself as the character. That will give a lot of fun.
Super.
Nice. My personal interest will be cooking. So I will do it when I feel less lazy and I'm actually craving for something. I love cooking like different types of cuisine. So Chinese, sometimes I have cooked kamyong, and then Indian like curries, and then simple like cheese and pancakes. So anything that I want to eat at that time, I'll cook. And then I have to make extra because I have siblings to also share it. But how do I feel after cooking? I feel really happy because I get to eat what I want, and also I feel very content because I get to share with my family as well. So yeah, that's all for me.
Definitely, I'll be there.
Okay.
Next week.
I'm still sticking with yoga because yoga is just something I love so much. I've done it ever since I was small. It's helped me a lot in health wise, helped me relax and feel calm. I do it as much as possible. I try to do a bit every week.
Okay.
So I go for classes here in Klang. It helps me feel happy and satisfied, and it helps me understand my body even more.
So my personal interest in me doing my free time or whenever I'm stressed. I do it because when I'm drawing, I keep my mind on all of other things and focus on that drawing.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Okay, doing it.
Just play games. And because it's I feel thrilled and it's entertaining. It's also a good pastime for me because my friends share the same interests and that allows us to have fun even though we are not together.
Right.
And my last point is like when I play video games, I feel satisfied. You know, when I play you get the feeling of satisfaction after completing something.
Yeah. Super.
Nice.
I like doing math. Yeah. When especially when you're the top and you're stuck
Wow.
and you're stuck. It's like you feel very satisfied.
Exactly, just like the satisfaction you told.
Very important.
Wow. You are enlightened, I would say that. Fantastic. So, the first 1 minute in the exam is going to be something like that. So, you no need to worry much. Is it going to be difficult?
Maybe.
Never know.
Now, the next activity,
Really.
if you look at the second page, you can see useful language. Go through that useful language and think about, have you used any of that in your speech when you speak? Based on my observation, some of you did better than what is given here. For example, if you start a sentence with, when I do this, and then you continue to give your reason, I felt blah, blah, blah. This gives you a better chance to use the vocabulary. Great relaxation. I feel satisfied, delighted, elated. You can use any kind of words after that. So, when you use a sentence, in order to give opinion, make sure that sentence gives you the space to use adjectives. Especially the adjectives of feelings and emotions. And why is this so important? The first thing, it looks so genuine. And the second, the other person will get connected. And what is the purpose of communication? The message need to pass through, okay? So by doing this two things, definitely the message will be passed to the other person very clearly. All right. And these are some of the guidance for you. I would like Javier Lee to read the useful language. Read it.
Well, I jog or I go jogging on a regular basis. The lesson happens more or most days.
No, you just read as one sentence.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I go jogging on a regular basis. I swim in a local pool 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So this is for beginners. Looks like you're quite advanced already. Right. Okay. The next one, we are going to talk about why is exercise good for you? Think of as many reasons as you can. This is the first task. So I'm going to ask some of you the first question. I'm going to ask some of you the second question. But I'm not going to tell you who is going to choose. All right. So the second question is, what form of exercise would you suggest to someone who was really unfit?
Yeah.
So think about these two questions. Enzo, can I ask you the first question? Why is exercise good for you?
Maybe to keep you fit and have a certain amount of strength to do.
To do things, okay. All right. The next one. Think of as many reasons as you can. Javier, can you give us a few more reasons why exercise is important to us?
Exercise can really help me, and if you are fit, your body, you get sick easily.
Yeah.
But with exercise, so your immune system is stronger. You feel a lot better. Like your day is better.
Right.
Another reason is, well, you look better. Think of it. Would you prefer a person who was fit or a person who was fat?
Exactly.
The person who was fit will obviously look better.
Yeah. How about you? Why do you think exercise is important?
It also helps you burn a lot of calories. Can also, when we sweat, we release toxins from our body. Can also maintain our health. It teaches us discipline and persistency. Yeah, that's it.
Super. Abby?
I think exercise is
No,
good.
I'm going to ask you a second question.
Yeah.
Yeah. What form of exercise would you suggest to someone who was very unfit?
I think the exercise I would suggest a person is maybe walking and jogging first around the park or the park again, park hike, and maybe also yoga and just simple cardio so that he doesn't overdo it. That's very unfit. If not, they get very discouraged.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's outside social activities.
Okay. Jayashri. Second question for you.
Oh, okay.
What form of exercise will you recommend to the friend?
Well, I would basically recommend yoga because based on my personal experience when I was 6, that was the first time I experienced yoga and I got a lot of benefit from it. Even though I was not a person who regularly does exercise, but there was this one instructor, she used to say that yoga helps to straighten or to strengthen your 7 chakras in your body. And that's what makes me to learn more about yoga and to recommend a lot of people.
All right. Fantastic. That is the end of the speaking practice. So, so sad. Would you like to share something? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead for the second question.
Okay. What form of exercise would I suggest to someone who's very unfit is something very easy and that they can do, like,
For example,
walking.
okay.
Just walking. Plug in some headphones and a good choice of songs. Because that's not only therapeutic, that's also good on God.
Therapeutic. I like the word. Right.
Oh, there's more. Okay. Other than that, I would suggest, like, in case they are a student, I would suggest they could use the gym facility in their institution so that they could save money, number one, and they could easily do whatever they want and keep fit at the same time. So there's consistency, discipline, and you can also keep fit.
Right. So now we move into the reading part. So in the IELTS exam, the reading part is going to be little challenging. Little challenging in a sense, you have to read around 1,000 words, 700 to 1,000 words in a limited time. That's it. We call it as a comprehension, but it is not going to be the normal comprehension. All right? It's a little bit different. Generally, when you enroll any English program with a Cambridge University, you will learn 4 language skills. Can anybody mention? One is a reading, listening, speaking, writing. These are the basic, very important skills. Apart from that, you learn other sub-skills as well. But your educational journey won't stop there. The program is designed to develop your critical thinking. That means
Analyzing
the situation and also how you make decision, how good you are in paraphrasing, and many other stuffs, understanding the text. So all these skills, educational skills and life skills, I would say, never been taught. So isn't it important? Personally, I feel this is very, very important. Not only just for the language purpose. Okay. We can use few methods in order to handle the reading parts. I'm going to introduce only one method today. Read the questions first and then come to the paragraph. Why? The reason is when you understand the questions, when you read the text, you know where to pick the answer. Rather than just going blank and then you read the whole text, the time will be wasted. And after that, if you're unable to find the answer, you get panic. So read the questions first, then you go to the reading test. Okay, what are the do's and don'ts you have to remember while you are reading them? First thing, try to pick the subject sentence. Subject sentence means in every paragraph, there will be a sentence to introduce what's going to be in that particular paragraph. So that is very important, the first thing. And the second one, what are the numbers it is written in that text? So you just quickly get those out. That is the second thing. These are some of the do's. And you must learn to read very fast. Quickly. What are the don'ts? Don't read word by word. Next one. There will be some vocabulary. You don't know the meaning. Don't be panicked. Don't worry about trying to find out the meaning, but you can guess the meaning. How? When they introduce a vocabulary, new word or a lexical term, in the next sentence, you will have either the synonym of that word or antonym of that word. Sometimes there will be some explanations will be given. So, reading that sentence after that, guess the meaning. You don't need to understand exactly what it is. And don't get panicked. These are the don'ts. And when you read in your other side of the brain, try to analyze. I told you, right? In IELTS, yes, you have to analyze. Let your brain to analyze what type of text is that. Is it a general text? Is it from a magazine? Is it from an article? Is it a scientific text or is it a business text? What type of text is it? So let your brain to analyze that. That is very, very important. Any questions so far in this?
Yes, please. So when we're reading, right, there's two ways we can go about it: skimming and scanning, right? So skimming is just merely going through.
That's what just now I told. Yeah.
So when we're reading a comprehension paragraph, that's not necessary that we scan it, and we just need to understand what's being told. So just basically skim.
In case if you need after you read the question, still you feel like I couldn't get the answer correctly. And during that time, go and do the scanning. If you have time.
If you have time. Yes, that's a good.
Yeah, it's very important. So when you know the time, you should allocate the amount of time that you can take for each task. All right? So now let's read. I don't want you to read aloud. I give you 7 to 10 minutes to read that. Why ironing shirts is better than working out.
So take that one shot, please. Sure.
Okay. So now, are you able to identify the type of reading material? Yes. Okay, tell me what type of reading material is. It's fact-based. It gives a lot of facts. Factual. It's factual. Okay.
A research-based.
Research-based material. JVB?
And articles.
From the article. It's from the article. Answer? You couldn't find it. Oh, no problem. Abby,
Yeah, article.
it's an article.
Yeah.
So everybody,
It's based on research also, and fact that you don't have to really spend a lot of time doing tedious activities. The simplest
right, okay. Super. Now, did you find any numbers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe one or two numbers there. Okay. How it helped you when you read the text? To understand the text.
Have to visualize better.
Uh-huh.
Have to analyze that. Oh, this is how long because we have spent that time spent before.
Correct. It helps you to relate and judge. Is it right or wrong? How I can do it. It helps you to make up your mind. That's why numbers are quite important. Okay. Now, next one. Do you think it benefits the people when they read this kind of articles?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Absolutely, yes. And can I have some explanations?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
First of all, since it's a factual article,
Right.
people can actually rely on it because it's from a reliable source. It has multiple sources that are actually reliable.
To support the main idea.
Yes. And what they're saying is it's put in easy ways so that people can understand it better.
Okay.
And they make it make sense. So the clarity, the understanding is there. So hence, people will be able to apply it in real life much easier.
Looks like we can have a debate.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe next class we try to do that. Next one. I'm going to read that. Can you see page 10, exercise 3? The health benefits of some everyday activity. Which paragraph talks about this? Paragraph 3.
Yeah.
Exercise and the prevention of specific diseases. Which paragraph talks about it?
7.
Paragraph 7. So the next one they give answer. The general health benefits of doing a housework. It's in paragraph 1. The effect of exercise on digestion.
9.
Paragraph 9. Official advice about exercise.
2. 5.
5. Why it is 5?
Health Education Authority and Sports and Life exercise times
Official recommendation.
and for minimum of
The number.
The number.
When they give number, it helps you to decide. That's why I asked you how the number helps you. Next one. A popular reason for not taking exercise.
4.
4. 10. Which one? I give one more minute. Read these 2 paragraphs and come to the conclusion.
Lack of time. 4 pillars. 4 pillars. 4.
So you only read.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in the exam, there will be some questions after the reading. So those questions are usually, they'll ask, they give you a phrase in the first question maybe, and after that, what is the end? So you need to choose from that passage. And the other type would be like a matching. Which one is which? So they give 3 or 4 different types of answers, then you need to match. Here, most of the answers that they choose and give are almost like very close to. So you have to visit, here is where you apply your decision making skill. You have to make the correct decision. And within 1 minute. Each question, you are given only 1 minute. You can take only 1 minute answer. Yeah, as you are a Cambridge student, you should know that if there are 55 questions, you will be given maximum 60 minutes, including one writing question in the K80 level, earlier the previous test, right? So we are not given the luxury of taking too much of time. That is all about the Cambridge exam. How fast you can make decision. If you have a clear mind, then only you can do that. If you're not clear about, and if you don't understand the text, definitely you can't do it. Yeah. So understanding the text is very important. Next one is a true or false or doesn't say. They give a statement and then yes, no, or doesn't say. So you have to do that. And the next one is multiple choice. That's a normal, I would say very orthodox method. So only objective question. And the next one is the labeling. So that's the final part of it. All right. So these are some of the type of questions you can expect from the reading test. All right. So any question, please raise your hand and ask. Yes.
Is all the writing, listening, speaking all done together, or is it separated during
During the exam, right? Okay. Most probably it will be on the same day. In case if the number of students are too many, then they put the speaking exam in a different day.
Okay, all right.
Because the speaking, it takes few people and to the examiner, right? It's quite a long time. So it's usually done that.
Thank you, teacher.
Another question.
Let's say that we English first language in the school for IELTS, do they really take IELTS?
Okay, it depends on the university requirement. Most of the universities, if the child takes English as a first language, they don't ask. But when they apply for a job or in citizenship, no matter whatever their previous education, still you need that as exam for professional work purpose.
For university, they do not require them.
University, because he is a fresh graduate and he took the exam as a first language, English as a first language. So the fluency and accuracies are there. So it is just to prove your English accuracy and fluency level, which is suitable to continue the tertiary education. Most of the university doesn't ask if he takes the O level and A level exam. Most, not all. Any other questions? Okay. If there is no other question, we can end we end the it's a demo class, right? We end it here and then teach them during the other classes. If they're listening, it takes about 30-40 minutes. So that's why I didn't bring it here today. Just for the introduction also. Okay, you can turn it on.
Okay, Miss Min, bye-bye.
After that, we can talk.